Well, hello there, everyone. All you case enthusiasts in the room, give a big shout out for the tiger. This is not a marbles video, guarantee. This is part 2 of my case collection. In part 1, I did trappers, mini trappers, and sodbuster juniors. This is all the rest of my collection. Let's get to it. I like to keep my case barlows in a marbles exhibition grade box. Yes. Start with the first one I purchased. Purple barn board. Byron Kennedy's favorite. Splitting slices. Beautiful purple barn board. Stainless steel. They do a fantastic job on the fit and finish. I think these were the vault pattern for 2019 and they brought them back. Thank you very much, case. Greatly appreciated. Clip point and pen blade on these, all except the 6.5 bone stag. You'll see it's a single blade. Love these. Great half stops, fit and finish, exquisite. What was the second one I got? I believe I got these two at the same time. Show 6.5 stag bone. This is a single bladed barlow, and whereas I do like a single-bladed barlow, I do like the thickness of a two-bladed one in the hand. This is definitely thinner, but being 6.5, you do get a swell here. Also exceptional, true sharp stainless steel. Pretty much almost dead down the center. Nice back springs. This was my first pocket-worn gray bone, and I was kind of on the fence about this one because I like bright colors, but this was the only carbon steel barlow that they've released so far. So of course I got it, and I really am not regretting it. This pocket-worn smooth, or Crendel jig, excuse me, gray bone is absolutely exquisite. Carbon steel blades. You can see I have oil on there. Have not attempted to get a patina on this. I might spare this one any forced patina like peeling apples. I have plenty of other carbon steel knives that I've been doing that with. Great knife. The standard case shield, brass pins, brass liners. And this is my last barlow so far till the peanut butter and jelly comes out. This is the navy blue Rogers jig. And I don't know why I wasn't into this. I'm not into this blue as much, but it's a blue I don't have in my collection. Also, there's no shield. You have a nice stamp in the front bolster, and it's not just laser engraved, it's an actual stamp, which is very cool. Made me really happy. But yeah, you can see the blue on the back there and on the front, but as you get into the jigging, it's almost black. I've seen other people's and they have been lighter. Very nice barlow and true sharp stainless steel. I think I picked this up because I had discovered that discount code at Red Hills Cutlery. And so I think I got this for like $60 or something. Fantastic deal. Most of these are $70 to $75 a piece. To me, well worth it for an absolute great case pattern, awesome back springs, and center blades. Okay, well, let's get into all the rest. Why don't I start off with vault patterns? 2024 vault pattern. This was my first one. 6.5 bone stag. The razor. Kind of like a razor barlow. You got an elongated bolster here. This is in true sharp stainless steel. Decent fit and finish on this one. If you guys watched my video, the first one I got had up and down blade play. Well, I did not like that. So it had really nice stag handles, so I ended up returning it and exchanging it for this one. Blade centering is perfect. Back springs are nice. Beautiful 6.5. You'll see the theme in my collection. I also like lizard skin, my other favorite pattern, or my other favorite cover material by Case. And this was on not limited availability. It went from that to on back order, and I put it in hoping it would come back, and they did a second run, and I got it, and now I don't see them anywhere. I'm really glad I got it. Fantastic lizard skin razor. Beautiful. Now, I've been collecting 2 of each vault pattern. These are 2 I had to get. I was telling myself I was going to get a carbon steel. You can see I don't have a single bladed razor, so I may pick up the carbon steel white bone with the American flag. Stars and Stripes edition, I think it is. How about let's go back to, what was this, 2022 vault pattern. The Swell Center Jack, they're 3 inches closed. This is the Deep Canyon Hunter Jig, or Hunter Green, and you can see this pile side's really blue. You can see how thick the covers are. More green on this side, but you got the blue in there. I picked these up from Shepherd Hills during the holidays, or like 12 days of Christmas, and this was like $40, which is a deal for a Swell Center from Case. You can see you have a small front stamp on the front bolster here of Case. True sharp stainless steel. All the vault patterns have half stops. This is no exception. Very cool. I liked it so much, and I had picked up a Natural Makata 75 pattern Stockman, so I kind of wanted to get this, and this was also on sale. This was $40. So, and to me, peanuts are really small, and to me this is small, so this is like 1/4 inch longer than a peanut. It's 3 inches closed instead of 2 3/4. It's all relative. I have big hands, so to me this is a peanut, and I'm a sucker for a Coke bottle. I love it. True sharp stainless steel. They do really nice micarta. You can see this is definitely thinner in the handles for a thinner pocket carry. Awesome. Let's go into, I think, 2024. The Congress was 2023. This is 2022. This is 2021 vault pattern. The Copperhead, not to be confused with a copper lock. Fantastic knives. I found this one on eBay. I blew my socks off that I even saw this for sale, because you all know lizard skin is a Shepherd Hills exclusive. This one's really nice. I got to see pictures of it beforehand. True sharp stainless steel, half stops. They said it wasn't sharpened. I tell you what, I guarantee it didn't come this sharp from the factory. I could be wrong. It is sharp, and it's got a pointy point. Fascinating. Very beautiful. Nice tang stamp there. Beautiful lizard skin. I am glad I picked this up. I think I won it. I won the bid. Blew my socks off. Shepherd Hills had this on their site, limited availability, the 6.5. I'm like, this is an old vault pattern. I can't find them anywhere except eBay for really expensive prices. Jumped on it, $71. That was like MSRP on it. 71 bucks. $71.99, so $72. You can see the blade's off center a bit. It is on the pile side. I do have a little blade rub. I thought about correcting that. I just am really careful closing it. Unfortunate. It's not something I was going to return, because there's no exchanging this, because there's none left. So another addition to my 6.5 bone stag. Well, 2023 vault pattern, small Congress. This is the green and black Makata. These are small, 3 1/8 inches long. This is the 2-bladed version. They are very nice. I didn't think I'd really like them that much. They were pricey. I found it on sale for $50, which is a lot for a little knife, but when you want to collect a few vault patterns, You just got to bite the bullet and get it. Nice little pen blade. I only have one of this vault pattern, so what's my next one going to be? Yeah, I've been mulling over that for a while. I was going to do a purple barn board. I was going to do an orange synthetic. I was going to do a dark red bone carbon steel. But luckily, I found a gray pocket worn in this pattern. I just recently ordered it. It won't be in this video. It will come. I'll do a video on it. And I don't see him there anymore, so maybe I got the last one. Hopefully it's a good one. You have the nice diamond shield on this. Might have to push these up a bit. Don't have that much more. What to go into next? Well, let's do ones you guys have already seen. I didn't glue this in my trapper video, even though it is a trapper. This is the slimline trapper. It's a single bladed trapper. This is the Kentucky bluegrass bone from Shepherd Hills. I got this a while ago on sale for like $47. I thought it was a pretty good deal. In hindsight, I think if I would have known, I would have held out and waited to get a like mahogany bone carbon steel, or maybe the natural micarta. This is nice. This is my only bluegrass bone. It is lighter than other ones I've seen. You can see a little blue in there, which is kind of cool. I didn't include this in my trapper video because I have so many freaking trappers. My first and only Tony Bowes Panama trapper in lizard skin. Not a lot of burn on this side. A little bit of burn here and there. These were $80-something, Shepherd Hills. And I was seeing them on eBay for $125. I'm like, well, I'll just order one from Shepherd Hills. I'm glad I did. I can't find them there anymore. They do have Panama trappers on the site. Very unique Tony Bowes. You get the swedging and this like California clip blade. This is true sharp stainless steel. You do have half stops, and it's got about one of the most amazing spade blades you will see out there with swedging all the way down the top here and on this side. What a killer piece. The problem is finding a sheath big enough to fit it. All my sheaths are either too small, and I picked up the large case sheath, and it's way too big of a sheath for this knife. So I really don't carry it that much, but a good, heavy-duty, usable, I'd call it jumbo trapper, but they call it Panama. Tony Bowes lizard skin. How about we go into Stockman's? Never was a huge Stockman fan, but I gotta tell you, 75 pattern by case. It's got to be my all-time. It sold me. And actually, the case sowbelly Stockmans are very nice too. This is the amber bone carbon steel, my first one. I picked it up from Smoky Mountain Knife Works. You can see I'm getting some teeners on the blade there. I dig this one. I just like the size. I'm a clip point blade fan. Beautiful clip point blade on this, different than the trapper. You guys have all seen 75s. I'll whip out the blades here. Nice. Sheep's foot here. Teeners on that. No half stops. And then the spade blade, which I don't think I've gotten any teeners on it yet, really. Carbon steel right there. Does this have a tang stamp? Yes, it's an actual stamp and not an engraving. What year is this? 2022, of course. It's the last year of the actual stamps. Amber bone, you can see when you see my other ones, it varies. And I noticed the carbon steels look a lot like this. Not a lot of dark in there. Thought about maybe getting some dye. I don't really want to mess it up. Still a beautiful knife. I call it the scab because it looks like a scab. I liked it so much. They went on sale for $45 in the natural canvas micarta. And you got to be kidding me. $45 for a 75, that's a deal. Came very sharp. This is a true sharp stainless steel. You got the beautiful hot dog shield there. Only thing I did notice, you just got a little minor stepping right here. But other than that, a perfect knife. not going to pull out all the blades, but I wanted to show you this here. $45. I was just like, couldn't buy it fast enough. I'm wondering if they were on sale because these had stepping and they were returned. I have no idea. But that, to me, that's a minor imperfection. And this was a weekly special, Shepherd Hills, $75, which is kind of about, I think, the most I've spent for them. These were $100 originally. This is the green and black micarta. I do like bone, and micarta is probably my second favorite. I do have Delrins, but I generally try not to collect them unless I gotta have it. It's a pattern I need. The diamond shield here, this is true sharp stainless steel. I've thought about getting some trappers in this material. It's really nice. They do call it green black, but there's not much green in there, maybe in the right light. It's more of just like a different brown. I guess we could compare the color here, if you'd like to see that, the natural compared to the green and black. So those are my 3 full-size 75 Stockmans. And I'm debating on which one I'm going to get next. Possibly the carbon steel white bone American flag. On to the sowbellies. Tony Bow's sowbelly. This is antique bone, which kind of looks like frozen root beer, as Jerry Big J's Knives had mentioned. This is darker than the other ones I've seen. It may be lightening up a bit, depends on the light. Looks really good out in the sun. This has got the flying squirrel shield and single thread to either bolster. No half stops. Great snap, and the fit and finish on these, both of mine, are absolutely incredible. No gaps in the back spring. The blades look good. They're not rubbing on this. You can see they recess them so they don't rub like the 75s. Or 75s, they don't recess the blades. You can see they just bend them over and cram them in, and you get blade rub. That's fine with me, as long as it doesn't rub the edge. So I was on the fence between this one and the yellow bone. And I thought this looked more vintage. And I got it, and I do like it. I just, in the back of my mind, I was like, oh, that yellow bone. So, of course, what did I do? One's not enough. Just get it. I love the yellow bone by Case. You get a lot of specking. They're all different. You got the nice black shield. This one fit and finish is also perfect. 0 gaps. Great snap. I guess I'll show the blades on this one. You can see how the clip point kind of cants down a little. This is a true sharp stainless steel. And then the spay blade also cants down, and you got some swedging on the back here. Those are my 2 sowbellies, which are very nice knives. For some reason, the 75 just gives me the fizz a little bit more. I don't know if it's square bolsters. Everybody's different. Everybody likes different things. Let's go into Stockmans. More Stockmans, that is. This is the 18 pattern. This is a 2022. You got a tank stamp there. This is, like I said, this is 6318 stainless steel. This is, it looks like an amber bone. Very close to an amber bone, but it's actually a brown bone. It's just lighter than the other brown bones I have. I can tell because the shield and the box I got it in says that, but the shield's the arrowhead shield. This was a gift from Kirby Creek Outfit Mo. Completely unexpected gift. Blew my socks off. I think this is the first case that was ever gifted to me. I almost cried. I could not believe it. And I'm still trying to, I know he says you don't owe me anything. I still would like to get him a knife, but every time I ask him, he already has all the knives that I want to give him. Cool 18 pattern. You see how this one has the spay blade as the third blade? Well, this is, if I'm not mistaken, an 18 pattern from 1974. Let me find that in here. This was a gift from a Gunslinger Cal. Yes, this is a 3318 HE. And this one is thinner than the modern 18. This is Yellow Delrin. This is very dear to my heart. Why? Well, because Gunslinger Cal gifted it to me. 2, it is in CV, and it's a 1974, the year I was born. The clip point blade is different than this clip point blade, and this 18 has a pen blade, which is very cool. Minor crack there by that pin. It's old knife. This is like 50 years old. Old man Baxter approved. And some specking here on the blade. Very cool. Thank you, Kaylin. I think that's it for my Stockmans. Let's go into a pattern that's similar to Stockmans, but it's the jackknife. So it's set up like this is the same frame as a Stockman that Case releases that I do not have, and which I'm sure it's the same, the 32. So this is 62032. So instead of, this is 2 blades, obviously 6.2. The 32 Stockman has 3 blades. This is an amber bone in carbon steel. This is, they call it the Texas Jack. I think they call it the small Texas Jack, which is funny because it's bigger than my medium jackknife. But I do love this one. Square bolsters. Really cool. I love 2-bladed jackknives. They are definitely one of my favorite jams. But jackknives weren't really in the lineup for Case for a while, and they brought them back. So when they brought them back, this was the first one I saw. It's the emerald green. I couldn't jump on it fast enough. This one also does not have half stops. Great snap on it. You can see this has rounded bolsters. So it'd be like the medium jack, which is funny because this is smaller than the small Texas Jack. Stainless steel. When I got this one, I was kind of disappointed in the bone color. It wasn't emerald green at all. It was really light. It was like a mint. And, you know, the smooth bones, these kind of can get dry. Well, I soaked in a little mineral oil, and now you can see it's a nice, deep emerald green. The mineral oil does take some of the detail out. It kind of washes it together, but a more acceptable green to me, I guess. It's got the hot dog shield. True sharp stainless steel. Very cool. This is very similar to a peanut, just larger. I think it's like 3 1/4 or 3 1/8 inch. I found this jackknife at an antique store. And I thought it was brown Delrin, which it could be. A lot of people are saying it looks like bone, and it kind of does look like bone. It's just hard to tell. But it's a jackknife, carbon steel. You can see the different size of the back springs there. This is a 1975. I pulled out the main blade, and I was like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. This has seen some use. But the blades have really good snap. It's got the cutaway there. Being carbon steel, very easy to sharpen. I got this really sharp. $16. It's pretty decent for a 1975. Even though it's a little haggard, it's a nice vintage. At the time, it was probably my oldest. This is the 6244, the 44 pattern. I think Case also makes a Stockman in the 44. Those are my jackknives. Well, let's show my only Case Teardrop. This is the old red bone with the coated blade. It's like a black chrome coated blade. Tony Bows. These were a weekly special. I think like $62, $63. I wanted to get one and try it out. I'm a big fan of black blades. I thought this looked great with the red. bone. This whole series is awesome. This has half stops. It's kind of a small, thin gentleman's carry. Great fit and finish. Absolutely beautiful. A lot of these teardrops, they'll be a bare head. They won't have the rear cap here. I've thought about getting one of those. They do have a two-bladed teardrop also. Very cool Tony bows to have in the collection. Okay, let's get into the goods. Let's talk mini copperlocks. This was a gift from Cheeto Bandito. Amber bone, stainless steel. Nice gift. I think he got it and thought he'd like it more, and for some reason didn't like it. And I'm very happy he didn't, because he sent it to me. I blew my socks off. I got teary-eyed on this one too. My first mini copperlock. These aren't cheap. Not at all. You can get 3 fingers here if you're back here. If you choke up, I can get 4 fingers. Great small, little, thin EDC lockbacks. Great little carry. Thank you, Cheeto Bandito. I do prefer the larger copperlocks, but I wanted a green apple, and I only saw them in the Congress, and I saw this at Red Hill, and I think it might have been their last one because I ordered it and they were gone. So I had to pick it up. I picked it up obviously for the covers. So this is my second mini copperlock. I do like them. They're just as much as a full size, and this is what people have been collecting for the past few years because they haven't made a lot of the larger ones. Centered blade, beautiful knife. So when they brought back the large copperlocks, I jumped on it. This is a purple barnboard, stainless steel, Warncliffe. I was turned on to these by, well, Doom Crew had a purple one, not the purple barnboard, but an older purple one in Warncliffe. And sure, it is stainless, but this is just an absolutely awesome splinter remover. Check it out. Beautiful. And you see how the full size, it's 4 fingers. And they're still slim and light and a great lockback. So when this was released, I couldn't jump on it fast enough. I am not a purple fan, but I gotta say, Case really does this purple really nice. I wouldn't call it very girly. And these recently came back in stock. This is the dark red peach seed jig, carbon steel, full size. My first with their clip point like this. Well, besides the minis, of course. Absolutely love this knife. You can see it, I'm getting patina on the blade from peeling apples and cutting limes and stuff like that. Love it. It takes a very good edge. Been sold out for a while. I noticed they are just back in stock, and now I think they might be on back order again. People jumped on them. People like their carbon steel case knives for sure. I may have picked up a second one of these to do as a giveaway or a gift because they're such nice knives. Or I'll just keep it as a safe queen in case I lose this or something. God forbid that ever happened. And then my most recent, the Sky Blue Crindle jig. Now this isn't pocket worn. It has the arrowhead shield, stainless steel. These were a freaking amazing deal. I think that when they came out, they're like $64. Then they just came out of the factory. I got this the other day. It took them a while to get them out while they had the other sky blue Saudis and stuff out. So $64, I was like, wow, this is the cheapest one so far. It is stainless steel. Doesn't bother me. I just love the full size. And, well, I used a discount code at Red Hills when the price was like that. Since then, Red Hill has risen their price on these to $70-something. You can still pick them up for $64 or $65 other places. But with the code, I ordered 2, one for a friend and one for me. They came out to $53 each. Are you kidding me? Full size copper lock, beautiful sky blue bone for $53. Very glad I got this. Lockup on all these is fantastic. I get no up and down blade play, no left right. You may see some minor gaps in the back there. That's because it's a mid lock, and they're built different than slip joints. Ooh, long video. So we're at a half hour. This is, unless I'm missing any, I think this is the remainder of my case collection. Like I said, it's hard to do this because I always have a couple in the mail. Like I'm getting another Congress and a few others. But I just had to do the rest of this video to show you guys the rest of my case collection. I am very glad I broke this up into 2 parts instead of having a big 40-50 minute video. Thank you for joining me. You can tell I like case knives, and I like them when they're good and they're done right. I'm pretty much addicted to them. I used to be more of a thrifty knife buyer, only Rough Riders and Frost and $10, $12, $13 knives for my jam. After a while, and I started getting some good cases, I realized I'll spend the extra money, and I'm really happy I did. Almost all these I found some sort of sale on or got them at a discount, whether it be 11 or 12 or 15, $20 off. It makes it a little bit more obtainable for me. Some I did pay full price, but $84, $85 definitely worth it. $84, I was over the moon. It's still worth it to me. And the same with the Barlows being the 70s. It's really expensive to pay for a case Barlow. They don't go down in value. They just keep going up. And I could not find a Barlow for under $125 before they re-released them. Now, I had some really good Frost Barlows that were very similar. They weren't as smooth. They weren't quite as nice, and they were like $10, $11, $12, and I was really happy with them. And I'd take them to work, and I can use them and beat them and not worry about it. And I know cases are users, but these are definitely really nice. Worth it to me. Thank you all. You guys stay sharp, be kind, and take chances. Take care.